Hello everyone, and welcome back to Tales of Berseria. I am Wishblade, and after all the illusion discovering and getting a Therian, that is 2 doggies, apparently in 1, so that's interesting, we are now gonna go to Velvet's house and see if we can find some info about Artorias and Innominat. Well, mostly Innominat. I guess we have enough on Artorias, because it is Innominat's book, but we're gonna have a look for that. Or something. Wow, I'm still so rambly.
Here.
This is reality.
That seems about right. But everything still looks good. It's not like the village is in ruins or anything. So that's nice, I guess. It's just very empty, because no one's here, for whatever reason. No one moved here or anything. But yeah, apparently I'm just really rambly these days. Or these episodes. Something along those lines. Did I open that one? Yes, I did. Okay, I was just curious. So, yeah, that's actually a bit sad with all the rambling. I shouldn't be so rambly, but I can't help it. Let's go look for it. Hello.
It's empty.
No surprise there. Artorias is too thorough to overlook something like that.
If only I'd showed it to you as soon as I found it.
Don't beat yourself up over it. We wouldn't have been able to read it without Grimoire anyhow. It was just a dream. All of it.
A very evil dream. Now, where are those events, eh? I see some events, but where the heck are they?
This was your room, wasn't it? You can knit.
I was trying to learn. Nico said she'd teach me how as a thank you for giving her my quiche recipe. We wanted to finish a set of scarves for the winter.
Velvet.
Forget about it. I don't need to knit anymore.
I guess not. And wasn't it Eleanor who could apparently sew? So maybe she can also knit? Maybe. Also, wrapping thing. I know. Is that? I don't know. What the hell do you call that? I don't know. A savings box thing. The kind of thing where you put money into it to save up stuff. I'm sorry, all the English. It's so difficult.
Check out all these complicated-looking books.
A hand-drawn map.
Nice. It's incomplete, but seems quite detailed.
It's beautiful.
My brother drew it every day. Even when his fever got too strong for him to read a book, he'd stare at that map for hours.
Laphi said he wanted to travel the world.
Yes, it was his dream. I never understood what made him want to do something so dangerous. But I'm living his dream now. It's ironic, isn't it?
Maybe he knew he was gonna die from that 12-year disease that he probably had, I'm guessing. So, if you know you're gonna go down and with... I don't know. If you're gonna go down in glory, might as well do something dangerous and enjoy life to the fullest. Now, I suppose we're done here, so off we go.
Those are the graves of my sister and her son. He died before he was even born.
They're in rough shape. We should lay some flowers.
Don't bother. There's no point.
A keen insight. Eating one would be cruel enough, but plucking an innocent flower just to offer it as decoration for some memorial... That's not even a sacrifice, just a cruelty devoid of all purpose.
Melchior!
As obtuse as ever. I take it you're the one behind the dream fog?
I must say, you did well to break through such resolve. If you weren't a Therian, I'd be tempted to take you under my wing.
Did you come here to flatter me?
Indeed. Although I was already in the neighborhood to retrieve this book.
I'll be taking that.
This book was compiled by my dear friend, who was also Artorias' mentor and predecessor as head of the Exorcists. It contains the hopes and dreams left by a noble soul who gave his life for the world that grieved him. It is not for a tainted demon to touch.
Like we need your permission!
Look who obeyed me for once.
Is that You didn't!
Be patient. You'll know everything before long. What we seek is the realization of a perfect order, as tranquil and beautiful as a wildflower in bloom.
A perfect order? Let's go. There's nothing left for us here.
Well, that was definitely some kind of demon. It looked more like a demon than Moloch. And if it's a Moloch, then that's one hell of a Moloch. Very evil Moloch. Whatever. Also, anyone else notice when he was about to say something where he ended with free, and it just cut to the next part? Yeah, also, hello Makulu with your fancy dance moves, or whatever you were doing right there. Yeah. I think I've already mentioned it, but that's a problem that's gonna happen a few times in this game. Apparently, at least on the English version, or using the English voices, it just cuts very weirdly at the end of certain lines. There's one particular instance that's really horrible that we'll get to later, way later, but that'll be very annoying and entertaining at the same time.
Oh! Look! It's the Book of Enominat!
What's it doing there? Wait, that's one of Arthur's.
Actually, it's a copy that Laphi made.
Laphi made a copy of the book. He transcribed it all by hand, and then he sold it, just to buy me that comb.
There was something here for us after all.
Laphi.
If that's the complete manuscript, we might be able to unravel Enominat's secrets.
We'll have to show it to Grimoire.
Pulling one over on the old man, are you? Never a dull moment with Lady Calamity around.
Well, well, well. Laphi has saved the day.
All right, time to drop off the pups and get Grimoire to translate this book. We're going back to Titania.
Yes, we shall, to Taliesin, so we can get on the Phantasia. And how far can I jump? So far. And now we can't do any more, so guess we'll fly the rest of the way, or hover.
That horned monster.
He was with Melchior. There was something different about him. He wasn't a Moloch, though, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's a demon. But why would the Abbey be working with a demon?
He could be a Therian, maybe. I mean, there was Medissa and Kamoana. No, I don't think so. The Abbey keeps their Therians behind barriers and bound to Earth Pulse points. A Therian can't send malevolence to Enominat while walking freely.
That's correct. And besides, Orthrus was already here. In any case, now we know Melchior has a mean-looking bodyguard in addition to his illusions. It'll take quite a lot to stop him.
Aye. That's a fact.
Well, either way, I'm sure we'll be absolutely fine. We'll find a way to take care of that demon thing, and Melchior and his stupid illusions. I really don't like that guy. I don't like that guy, he just seems like an asshole, a major asshole. Even kinda more so than Artorias.
Eleanor, there's something I have to ask.
What is it?
Did you leak our plans to the Abbey?
Eleanor hasn't done anything like that.
Then how do you explain Melchior and his illusions already waiting for us when we got to Aball?
I promised you that I would work together with you until I found the truth for myself. I'm not up to any tricks. It's far too late for that now. Exactly what a guilty party would say.
If anyone's suspicious here, I'd say it's you, Magilu.
No tricks? I don't even know what a trick is.
Enough. If Eleanor was leaking information, then Titania would surely be under attack by now.
Right. I'm sure the Abbey would love to have those Therians back.
But the enemy was in that village waiting in ambush.
The Abbey isn't foolish. They figured out by now that we're rounding up the Therians. They'll have left traps for us with each remaining one. It's the obvious move.
All right. If that's how you see it, I'll stand down.
So you trust me then?
No. I'm saying that anything the Abbey tries, I'll be ready for it.
Oh, such a brave, determined soul.
First and foremost, well, there's a skit, but I suppose, okay, fine. Before we move into the next area and stuff, let's do this skit.
Eleanor, does the Abbey possess an art that can control demons?
Not that I've ever heard of. Besides, if they could control demons, there'd be no need to resurrect Enominat, would there?
Can't argue with that.
But Melchior was obviously in control of that demon. How did he manage that?
You can't tether them like a Moloch, and Melchior wasn't using oaths or mana to compel him. No, this was something more like mind control.
Mind control?
Let's say you know your target's innermost desires. You simply conjure the right illusion. Show them what would push their buttons in just the right way.
Ah, if you can create an illusion of something someone really wants, you can control them.
Exactly. You can force a powerful burden upon your target's psyche. Until their spirit breaks, that is.
What happens when they break?
Depends on the target. They might become an empty shell, they might go wild with desire. Eeny teeny spiny crow.
You sure know a lot about this.
Now that you put it that way, why would I know so much about it? What if someone is controlling me, making me say these very words? How horrifying! I believe I'll take your words with a grain of salt.
First and foremost, again, more proof that Melchior is just an awful, awful individual. Being so deceitful with illusions, controlling people, and stuff like that. Second of all...
Listen, Eleanor really isn't spying on us. I was with her almost every minute, and when I wasn't, Velvet was watching her. And she's a woman who keeps her promises. She wouldn't lie to...
Laphi said.
We understand, Laphi said. It's Eleanor. If she were lying to herself to somehow keep spying on us, the guilt would fill her with malevolence.
I see. You're right. The fact that I haven't turned into a dragon proves that.
Thank you. Both of you.
I didn't think you were giving them information intentionally.
But there are illusionists like Melchior out there. That means we can't rule out someone recording your thoughts in secret.
I don't think we need to worry about that either. Not with you and Laphi said always near.
Now that that's settled, it's time for you all to testify to my innocence.
That could be difficult.
What?
Well, okay. Why don't you start off by telling us all about the time you sold us out to Teresa back in Helives?
Oh, why bring up that old yam? You're a very vindictive man, do you know that?
You're just figuring that out? Well, there's your proof at least. You wouldn't make much of a spy.
She really wouldn't.
Hey, that's not what I meant! You were mean!
That was both really well timed and kind of annoying at the same time. But, second of all, is anything gonna happen as I go up here? No. Alright then. Second of all, I believe the person for Velvet's costume is Rudy. I believe that is the name. I'm fairly certain. Not like 95% certain. And what was the third thing? Third of all, there was something. Oh yeah. Do we have a traitor among us? I wouldn't rule against it. It makes sense, potentially, that they'd want some, I don't know, some kind of spy amongst us. But if so, I would indeed think it would be Makilu. She's the one who knows all the things and not telling us all the things. She's the sketchy one. It makes the most sense with her, from my perspective. Now let's go to Taliesin. Hello everybody! Oh my god, there are so many events things. Well, time to do more talking. What can you do? I'm sorry, there's so much talking all the time, but like I said way back when, yeah.
Woohoo! My sister's making us prickleboard meatballs for dinner tonight!
Hey! What did I tell you about bothering travelers? Sorry about that. He's totally obsessed with food.
That's alright. Prickleboard meatballs, huh?
Sounds delicious. They're really super tasty, but Sis says that they used to taste even better. Why's that? We used to get deliveries of fresh, delicious prickle boar meat from the nearby village of Aball. But in the Advent 3 years ago, demons attacked the village, and now it's gone. It's such a tragedy. If they only could have held out for just one more day, I'm sure Lord Artorias would have saved them.
Artorias. Right.
Yeah, totally. But I guess with all these events that are here right now, it's because, well, now we're in the real Taliesin, not the fake one conjured forth by Melchior's stupid arts. The bastard. Also, maybe the shop has some new stuff because it's new. I really don't think so. I think the shop is still the same old, but who knows, maybe I'll have a look.
Our town decided to make a new holiday marking the day that Lord Artorias became the Shepherd. 3 years ago, when the Malachim appeared on the Advent, Taliesin was the first town that Lord Artorias saved. We hold great pride at being the city where humanity first struck back against the demons.
That explains why you'd celebrate his ascension, but wasn't Aball closer to his heart?
You may be right about that. Not being able to save Aball was a terrible agony for Lord Artorias. Even though he killed the demons that destroyed the village, he couldn't bring back the lives that had been lost. If Lord Artorias had gone to Aball first, our city might have been destroyed instead. We won't forget the tragedy that befell Aball. That's the other purpose of this holiday. Remembrance.
That's right. Lives lost can never be brought back.
So true. And with all the betrayal, kinda, as I like to call it, because that's how I see it, it's kinda betrayal and deceit and everything. With all that very recently happening, I feel even more angry with the Abby and Artorias right now. Because I listened to that and I was like, oh my god, more people praising Artorias. I can feel I'm very angry with the Abby right now. I want to kill them. I hope that's the next. I hope we soon get to actually smack them in the face somehow. I think actually we have 6 Therians at this point. I'll count while we do this event over here.
Wow, the weather's just swell. It's something I've said every day for 3 months now.
Huh? But wasn't there just a heavy fog?
Nope, never seen a wisp of fog in this village. It's been sunny so long, I think I might dry up.
That means that fog was just another of Melchior's illusions.
Seems that way.
Yep, we have 6 Therians at this point. So we're just missing number 7, I guess. Just one more to go and we will be done with that. I don't know what's next, but what is immediately next is talking to Old Man.
Excuse me. My partner and I here would like to put on a comedy show if it's possible.
Ah, not often you run into someone with a real fire in their eyes. All right, show me what you got.
With pleasure.
Eleanor, I'm impressed. I didn't know you had this sort of initiative.
You just have to do what you have to do, right? Besides, if we pull this off, it could be our chance to get closer to Modulu.
Did you say Modulu? I haven't seen her recently, but she seems to be making a name for herself in Logris.
Yeah, her dances are really beautiful. Do you know her?
I do. Her and her teacher, Valta. Now, I'm not saying Modulu isn't great, but Valta was utterly sublime. I worry about him pushing Modulu so much, to be honest. He's never been one to accept compromise in his art.
Huh. I didn't know that.
We don't have time to stop and feel bad for our rivals. Did you memorize the script?
Of course I did. And I won't tolerate any slip-ups from you either.
Hearing that just makes me more motivated. Well, let's get going. We've got a show to put on. Hi there! Thanks for having us again! The Bienfu Keepers! Magic Azam!
Whoa, back it up. Again? If we're supposed to be regulars here, then why does everyone look like they've never heard of Bienfu? And what's with this Magic Azam stuff? Is that some kind of spell?
Gosh, it's really been getting cold here lately.
Are you just going to ignore my questions?
What does it matter? Aren't you too cold to worry about things like that? Does this feel summery to you?
I can be cold and ask you questions at the same time. Actually, it is rather cold.
See? I said it was cold! In fact, I've been so cold lately, I even set fire to my clothes!
Isn't that going too far?
Well, that's how cold I was. In fact, that wasn't enough, so I set the house on fire too!
Your house? Why would you do that?
Oh, don't worry. It doesn't bother me at all. And who said it was my house? The one I set on fire was yours.
That's a crime, you know.
Huh? What's wrong? That's not in the script.
Arson is a serious crime.
Well, yes, but...
In the script, the punchline was supposed to be, but when I saw how much it would cost to replace them, I got the chills.
Yeah, but I got into the moment and thought I could ad-lib something better.
You're advocating something morally abhorrent. Change it back.
What's the big deal? You're getting worked up over a joke.
Crime is not a joke. Even speaking as a normal citizen, I can't condone speech that promotes such a horrifically antisocial act.
Oh, now you've got me all mad. I give up. For good.
No, it's bad.
I said I give up. For good.
No, it's bad. My deepest apologies for putting on an act about something so terrible today, sir.
Well, the whole thing was meant to be about morals anyway, so how did we do?
Can I just ask you one question? Are you for real?
Yes, I am.
I should have known.
I totally forgot what that was what was gonna happen here. Also, apparently, we got some costume things. That's not costumes for Markilo. Some stuff, some kind of stuff. Hatless. Okay. Oh, bien fou. Hatless style. All right then. In case you don't want her hat, so that's nice. And jacketless. And apparently, book beltless. I guess. Not a fan. I mean, one thing is her outfit in general, where I'm like, kind of skimpy and stuff and things. But then there's this. That's just even worse. Keep your sleeves on and your books, Markilo, please. But for right now, you're gonna be Arch. So, we can move on now. But yeah, I totally forgot that that was a comedy event thing. Follow me, Fluid. Go away. And now that we are in the real Taliesin, we can do minigame! Flag Fetcher! I'm sure you can guess what that might be. We need to fetch flags. Off we go! So yeah, they will be shown on your wee little map place, and then you just need to go and get them. And apparently there was one down by the tavern that I didn't get right there, so oops. Oh well, I'm sure I'll get it later. I can't remember this entire place and everything, and it's very difficult to keep track of where I'm flying and where the flags actually are, but whatever, it's cool, I'm sure we'll be fine and stuff. Give me the flag, thank you. Ta-ta. Results! Best time, didn't beat that, but whatever, it's cool. I believe we still get a reward. Geoboard, tatami! Whatever that is. Let's have a look at it, shall we? There we go, okay. That is kind of boring. In a way, just a bit, whatever. I'll keep my broom, thank you very much. But, here at Taliesin, you just need to complete the Flag Fetcher minigame with less than 36 seconds. And then you get that geoboard. There will be others in other towns, but we'll get around to that later. Also, there's an event over here, I need to view it. You people!
There's one of them off-limit Class 4 islands that folks call Serpent Isle. Place has been overrun with snakes since forever. I hate the things, so it sounds like hell to me. But I've heard there's a woman who actually lives there.
Whatever for? Why would anyone want to live in a place like that?
I know, it's mighty strange. Place supposedly is crawling with demons too. Last time I was in the area, I checked it out. Kept my distance, of course. Used me spyglass.
And? Was she there?
Aye, she was. Except she looked like a snake herself. I mean, she was human up top, but her face was a weird color, and her lower half was all slithery and wiggly. Ugh. Creeped me out.
A snake woman, huh?
Even worse, Looked like you couldn't swing a cat's without hitting a snake. Just the thought of it keeps me awake at night.
You should have a stiff drink and get some sleep before you pass out on deck. I'll tell Benwick to give you an extra ration.
Wow. Thanks a lot, First Mate. I appreciate it. I ought to pester him for some of that aged reserve he keeps hidden away.
No, don't do that, sir. But snakes? Why would it have to be snakes? There you go. Obvious joke or reference is obvious. And expedition? Ta-da! Cheagle Island! Alrighty then, let's go there! This island, also known as the Isle of the Thing, is... I'm sorry, okay. As the Isle of the Thing is home to a fire-breathing sacred beast that can predict the future. Great ravines in the island's interior emit a miasma. All the... I don't know... the references in that little description. Miasma, one thing, but Isle of the Thing. Well, this is a Tales of the Abyss reference. The Cheagles are a certain, well, a sacred beast, and one of your sidekicks. You get a Cheagle like you have Bienfu. Bienfu is the, I don't know, the tiny sidekick weird creature that we have here. In Tales of the Abyss, it's the Cheagle named Mew. Also known as Thing for quite a while of the game because of certain party members calling, well, a certain party member calling Mew a thing, or just Thing really, so sorry, that was just kind of funny to me with Isle of the Thing. I'm sorry, that's really mean. I shouldn't laugh about that. But we unlocked another class 4 island, so we shall go there before we return to Titania. But before we talk to good old Benwick, we will call this a particular episode, and we'll continue with all the things that I just talked about in the next one. Yes, stuff, rambling. So thank you very much for watching, and until next time, see you later.